Hi, my name is Emil Giroux, M2 Fitness Pros in Long Beach, California, also known as Mr. Fat Loss and the creator of NakedCommando.com. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about an article that I'm currently writing. You'll see it on the net here shortly, but it relates to something that's currently going on out there in the world. Now, I had a conversation just this morning with a client, and sometimes when speaking to clients, they're listening, but they're not really there. They're looking at you, you see them drawing their eyes on you, they hear what you're saying, but I don't think that they're really listening to what's being said. So I want to clear up something real quickly. One of the things that we want to determine is something that's called a G-flux. And G-flux is the total amount of calories that an individual needs each day to support their activities. Now, you have people that have thin bone structures, you have people that have a medium bone structure, and you have people that have a heavier bone structure. Now, once these factors are determined, and then you think about your activity levels as it relates to what you do for a job and what you do for your personal hobbies after that job each day, that gives us an estimate of the total amount of calories needed per day for you and your body. Now, let's say you're an ectomorph or a thin frame person, okay? And let's say that you are a construction worker, and after working an 8 to 10 hour day on the job site, you decide that you go to the gym and want to start picking up a powerlifting or bodybuilding program to bulk up. That individual's calorie requirements are going to be very different than an individual that has a heavier bone structure, that tends to gain weight very easily, that happens to possibly have a job where they're in meetings all day, sitting at a desk, working with a computer, and then at the end of the day, they decide to go home and turn on the TV and catch up on some of the old programs that they may have missed over the last few days. So you want to kind of look at your lifestyle, your body type, to help determine what's called the G-flux. One of the tools that we use and that we suggest, now some of you may agree, some of you are going to disagree, but you have a long drawn out formula out there in the health and fitness formula world where they're going to want to use this strategy to help you determine your calories. Mine's much simpler. Get a heart rate monitor that counts calories, strap the thing on, wear it for about 3 or 4 days. Then take the total amount of calories that this thing has burned. You can take a shower with it, don't worry about it, you're going to be fine. All right? It might not go with your outfit, but wear the heart rate monitor for 3 or 4 days, take the total amount of calories, divide it up by the amount of days that you wore the watch. That'll give you a rough estimate of what amount of calories you need each day, okay? Now, that being said, once we've determined a rough quantity of calories, there are some other formulas based on individual need, taking body weight times 10 to 20 calories. If you want to gain weight, you might eat 20 calories per pound of body weight. If you want to lose weight, you might eat 10 calories per pound of body weight. Those are different formulas, but that's after we've already determined what an individual's body fat levels are. So to do that, you could use a fitness professional to check you with some calipers. I would suggest a 9-point test, not that 3-point test with that electronic caliper or the thing that you hold on. Those are faster, but they're not accurate. I use a formula by John Perillo. I've been using it for about 20 years. It's a 9-point test done with Lang calipers. This is not a commercial, but these calipers will allow us to check all the different sites on the body, right? The 9 sites. Then we can determine your body fat. Then we can determine, based on your G-flux levels, what amount of calories you need to eat. Now, you can take measurements with a tape measure around the girth of all the muscles. You can take pictures front, side, and back. That's going to be great information so that you can compare that on your journey here. All right. So now that we've got some calorie quantities, let's talk about the qualities of foods. Right now in our world, there is probably a lot less good quality food than there used to be. And I think part of it is just, a lot of reasons that I don't want to go into right now, and I have my suspicions and some of you might. But let's just think about this. If the food didn't exist 3,000 years ago, don't eat it. If it's wrapped in plastic, and it's sitting on a shelf in the store, and it has crazy coloring, crazy flavoring added to it, and if it sits on the shelf for like months and it doesn't spoil, you don't want to eat it. If somebody didn't take it out of a tree, take it out of the ground, bring it to market in a bushel or a basket, don't eat it. If it didn't have eyes, a heartbeat, walk on land, fly in the air, swim in the water, don't eat it. Those are real simple. And just because certain foods are in a health food store does not mean that it's a good quality food. So look around. When you go to your health food store, do you see all kinds of really lean and fit people in there? No, you don't. So just apply some of those rules and thoughts that I have. Take a look on the net for the article. It'll pop up here in a few days on selfgrowth.com and some of the other major e-zine and news sites. My name is Emil Giroux, also known as Mr. Fat Loss, M2 Fitness Pros in Long Beach, California, and the creator of thenakedcommando.com. Thank you very much. You have a healthy day. And I'm going to eat some cottage cheese and take some fish oil.